Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I needed a little journal, so I thought I would just take you along with me while I make a journal. This one is going to be to keep up with the names of our June challenge entries. Now, I've had a lot of people who've said, I'm not real sure what the June challenge is all about, so I'm going to leave a link below where you can go click on that link and go over and read all of the information about the June challenge, how you can enter and that kind of thing. You do have to, not unlike the May challenge. Now, the May challenge, you just either left a comment or made the project that I made and posted it on our Facebook page. This one, you need to mail me the project. I actually got our first entry right. Let me cover up the addresses. I actually got our first entry here yesterday, and the person who sent that to me is going to know by the envelope who it's from, and I'm excited about the envelope too because I'm going to be making a journal using that envelope. But anyway, I got our first entry yesterday. So go over and click on that link. It'll be down below. If you don't know how to open up all of our links, all you have to do is, if you're on a PC or on a laptop, all you need to do is click that button that says show more. It's right down below the video. It says show more. That'll open up all of my links, and you'll see a link that says June challenge. Click on that and it'll take you over to our blog, and that's where all of the information about the June challenge is. Get those entries in because it won't be long until the end of the month. You know how fast this month is going by. This is already, what, the 9th? Oh my goodness. So anyway, get those challenge entries in because the winner is going to receive an Amazon gift card. All right, what we're going to do today is, like I said, in order to keep up with these entries, I need just a little quick and easy journal. So I had this piece of cardboard. It's like a very thin cardboard. This came off of the back of a paper pad. And I am going to use this to make a journal. This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This looks like it's 10 inches, maybe. Yep. This is right at 10 inches. It may be a little bit shy, and it is 7 inches. So I'm just going to leave it the size that it is. And so we're going to cover the outside and the inside with paper. Now, what am I going to cover it with? I was thinking about just using some of my tea-dyed paper. I'm not sure. Or not tea-dyed. This is actually ink-dyed. I was thinking about using some of that, but I'm not sure. I think I'll just use pieces of that. But I think I'm actually going to cover the whole book, the outside of it, with something else. So let me grab some paper. I think I might just use this paper for the inside of this. This is just a single-sided paper. Or the outside. This may be the outside. And I probably will just glue it down like that and then cut off the extra. Let's see what that looks like. I kind of like that. That's in kind of my colors, and I can still do some extra decorating things to the front. So let's do that. Let's grab our PVA glue and a brush. And I'm just going to use a sponge brush. This works well on the PVA. And I will have as many of these products as I can linked below. Most of them will either be in my store or they will be in our Amazon store. So you can take a look. Every now and then there will be something that I can't find that may be discontinued or out of stock at the time, something like that. But I try to link as much as I can. I have to tell y'all, we got all of the kits out today, the E-Club kits, and well, we actually got most of them out yesterday, but we had a few left. But our grandkids came over and helped us, and I am telling you, those kids worked. They worked hard. They helped me out a lot. So we got your kits out. If you're in the E-Club kit, your kit is on its way. And we're hoping that you're going to really love this month because you get an extra surprise in this month's kit. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to wait and read your little note that is in with it. Okay, so we're just going to flip that over, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and center it. I'm not going to... That looks close right there. So we're just going to kind of press that down. So they came over, and one of them is 15. These are girls. One of them's 15. One of them is, let's see, Bethany's 15. Presley is 11, about to be 12. And then Brooklyn is just turned 8. So they had a ball. They enjoyed it, but they did work hard. They saved Papa and myself a lot of work. We're still running a very, very short staff. It's only just like me and him and our daughter, so we're not at full staff anymore. I don't know that if we'll ever be, because it's just, the business has just dropped so much with COVID going on. So we've just kind of had to lay some people off, unfortunately. But so we got them over today to help us out, since they have been around us anyway with all of this going on. We're all kind of homebodies and none of us have anything, so but we had a good time today. It was a really good time. Now all I did was just cut that edge off so that both the edges would be about the same. And then you can measure this on the edges if you want. I don't measure. Where's my big scissors? Oh, they're over here. Hold on. That is the only thing, is some of my stuff comes up missing. I just kind of go at a little bit of a arch there in that corner. I don't cut straight across, and I leave about 1/8 of an inch at the edge. If you'll do that, then your corners should turn out really well. So, as many notebooks as I have around here and journals, you would think that I would have one for this, but I wanted to make one specially for our June challenge, because when all of those projects start coming in, I want to have a place to list everything, because I want to list everybody's name and give them a number, what they sent, and then if it's small enough to go in the journal, I will make a page for it for our journal, and if it's not, then I'll take a photo of it and make a page for the journal. So, and then when we get the journal completed, we will let all you guys see the journal and everybody's entry. It's going to be so exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to get more so that I can start making pages for it. And yes, I will let you guys see the pages that we do as we go along. And then when everybody's entry is in, and it has to be postmarked by the end of the month. So June the 30th, when everybody's entry is in, then we will have the draw for that Amazon gift card. Now I'm just folding up just like we normally do when we make any other kind of album. And now we're going to put more PVA glue. Started called ATG Law. You can tell I've been with a bunch of children that morning. Well, they're not really kids. Some of them are. Brooklyn's still a kid. She still says, "I'm your baby, Nene." She is our little one. So she is our baby. Okay. So all we're doing is using PVA glue. And the reason that I am is because PVA glue is flexible. So when you put it on something like this and you bend it, it's going to be flexible. If you put other glues, they usually harden and they're not flexible. So it's harder to use those than it is your PVA. You may have cracking in your paper because of the glue and this doesn't. This allows it to be flexible. And for these little small journals like this, I love that flexibility. All right, now on your corners, if you see a little place that needs turned in or turned up, like I've got just a little tiny place right there that needs to be pushed in. And then, let's see, got a little tiny place right there. And then I'll just push it up, just like that. I should have brought a wet towel out here. Do I have a wet one? Okay, that one needs to be pushed in just a little. And that one. I just kind of fold them in with my bone folder and then press them over. And you see how easy and quick that PVA glue grabs? Some good stuff. Okay. Now, so there is the front and the back of our little album. Now, I'm going to let this dry just for a little while, and then we're going to go ahead and bend it. And all I'm going to do is just bend it in the center to make my spine. It's just going to be a thin little album, so we're just going to bend it right down the center. But I'm going to let this dry first while I decide what I'm going to put on the inside right here. Okay, I think we're going to glue this one on the inside. This comes from the same paper collection, and I will tell you what that collection is. It is an old stack. It's a Die Cuts with a View. The green stack is what it was called. This is a very old collection, 2008. That's how old it is. But I still have just a little bit of it, and I think it's real pretty. I don't know if they have it anywhere anymore, but if they do, I'll link it below. But I'm just trying to use some of my older papers up, so that's why we're doing this, using that. And this has a really good texture to it. Feels good. So I'm going to put glue on here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put glue on this paper, and I'm going to use my PVA glue again. Now on this, you want to get the PVA glue on really a good coverage, because this is going to be bending back and forth, so you don't want any wrinkles in this. And I'm just going to kind of lay it on top of this because it's not going to hurt if the glue gets down there. Then I don't have to drag out something to glue with. And I think I must have had some kind of something in my brush because it's turning that brown. Let me turn it over. Not going to hurt it, but I probably had a little paint left in it. Just want to get a really good coverage. You don't want any bubbles. You don't want it turning loose. I cannot talk. You don't want it turning loose anywhere. And to all of our new members, I just want to say a very personal welcome. I really appreciate you subscribing. I appreciate it more than you guys know. I hope that you enjoy what you're watching. And if you have any ideas on any videos that you would like to see, leave them in the comments below. I always welcome all of your ideas. And I try to get as many as I can done, if I haven't already done them. A lot of the requests and things that people have sent me, I may already have a video up on, and if I do, then I don't do another. I will just link that video. So if you want to see something and you can't find it in some of our videos, then just let me know. Now I'm just using an old card just to kind of smooth this out. Make sure that my glue is spread from one end to the other and it's all even. That just helps everything lay down smoothly. Alright, all of that looks very smooth and very nice. I'm going to let this dry. Again, I say I'm going to let it dry. You know how impatient I am? I'm going to let it dry some before I put my crease in the center of it, because I don't want any of this coming up. So let's see what we can work on while that is drying. So while that is drying, let's just see how we want to decorate the front of this. See if we've got a doily that would work on here. Surely out of all these that we dyed. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I may put just half of it on there though. I like that. And I really like this side better than the other. It's just kind of sketchy. So I think we're going to put a doily down. I'm going to bring in some book page, some music page, and then some of our printouts, some of our digitals. See if we've got anything that we want to use. That's my problem. I want to use all of these. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that with that. That's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, we may use one of these. So let's just go ahead and cut this out while that's drying. And I will link our digitals below if you haven't checked them out. You can get them either in PDF or SVG. And you need to always wait. I know I've had quite a few people that messaged me last night and said that they couldn't get them to download. You need to wait until you get the email for your purchase. Because what the system does is after you pay, it goes through the process of applying the payment. And then as soon as the payment is approved and applied, then the system will send you out a link by email, by the email that you provided, and you click on that email to actually download your digitals. Don't try to download them from where you purchased. Wait till you get that email, and you shouldn't have any problem. Okay, so we got those two cut out. And then I'm going to go ahead, let's see what else we're going to cut out. I'm going to go ahead and cut out a word maybe. Let's see. I think I will just use this one right at the end. It just says blessed. That is the sheet of our words. That comes in the same sheet, the same collection that this does, and it is called Journey. Alright, so we got that. Let's see if I want anything else. And I've also had lots of questions of what I print my printables on. I print them on copy paper, but it's a little bit thicker. It's maybe a 120 pound copy paper. It's a little bit thicker than just the regular, which you can use this in your printer as regular copy paper, but I like to get the 120 to print on because it's a little bit thicker than just regular copy paper. So you can print on regular, you can print on the 120, you can print on the 200. Just whatever you would like. You can also print it out on cardstock if your printer will take cardstock. I know that some will and some won't. So these are just little postcard. They're vintage postcards. So we got that. So we're just kind of getting everything ready for when we start putting all this together. Okay, I don't think I'll use any of those. I think that will be good. Alright, so we've got our book page, we've got our doily, and we've got these cut out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ink them up. And I just used Vintage Photo. That's what this is. You could use a different color. I just like Vintage Photo. And I just put a little bit around the very edge. I go into it like this. If you go in like this, you're going to put a lot of ink on the top of your image, and I don't want that on this. Depends on what look you're going for. So I just hold my tool this way, and then I just put a little bit on the edge, and that just gives it that finished look and keeps it from looking like it was just a piece that you cut out of paper. Makes it look more finished. Like that. I have more digitals that should be ready hopefully by tomorrow. I will have those ready to print out so that I can show you guys. Cute. Okay. And then I'm going to wait on that to see how much I cut. I hope this is dry. I'm about to experiment and see if it's dry. So we're going to give it a test. I'm going to kind of bend it slowly. I think I don't want to put a score line in it. So I'm just going to kind of bend it slowly, slowly, slowly. I don't care if it is a little bit rounded off. I don't mind that. That's kind of what I'm looking for. See how that's kind of rounding? That's fine with me right there. That gives me that spine. That's good. Now I'm going to take my bone folder, and this is a Teflon bone folder. I'm going to run it right down that spine and just kind of, I'm breaking down those fibers a little bit, but I'm also kind of giving that a little bit of permission to bend there, because sometimes you have to kind of coax your paper to do what you want it to do. There we go. It's better and better. All right, that looks like it's going to be about what we want right there. Now I've got a little piece right here that's trying to poke up. So what I'm going to do is take my point of my glue, I'm going to press that in there, and then press that down and hold it for a second. So what I usually do is just keep rubbing on this center part, just breaking down those fibers and letting that paper know who's boss. And you could put something a little bit rounded in here if you wanted to, like this, and just kind of roll it back and forth, just to help it take that shape. See how it helps it take on that shape when you do that? So that helps. Put it a little bit down there. There we go. Now we've got it about like we need it right there. Just going to make sure that everything is even on the end. All right, then we can start decorating. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and clip it together. And all this does is just helps hold it in position while I do some decorating on the front. Let's see, I think I'll put this up here. So I'm thinking about putting that down right there, but I think I only want maybe half of it. Let's see what half of it would look like. Yeah, half of it, that will work. Okay, so we're just going to cut this right up the center. And then that will glue down right there. And this is actually a book page that I started making a pocket out of, but we're going to tear this apart and use it, and I can always make more pockets. I've got requests for more pockets, so I will get those up just as soon as I can. Should be sometime this week. I've got 4 or 5 journals going right now, so I should be able to get those requests up. Now on this, I like to put quite a bit of glue because I like for it to look even more vintage than what it is. This is, I think, a 1930s book, but I like them to look a lot more vintage. And I'm just going to kind of lay everything out, and then I'll decide how I want to lay everything and how I want to glue it down, that kind of thing. And I like the torn look. Alright, let's see. Probably going to put just a little bit of ink around this doily just to kind of help it blend, but not a lot. Okay, so the doily will go there. I want our music page to go there. Probably tuck that in like that, and that across there maybe. This is looking pretty, I like it. Then I think I'll put that up there, and I'm not even sure that I'll use this one on the front. I kind of like that. This I may use on the inside. I don't want to get too much going on the front, and I do want to put a little lace on here, I think. Let's see. I don't really want that ruffle, but let's see what we got over here. What about this? That's awful bright. Let's see if we got another one. It's not quite so bright. Oh, this one is pretty, and it's kind of a brown tone. That might work. What do you guys think? Let's see. I'm still looking. We've also got this. That's cute. That kind of goes with the doily look. Okay, let's start gluing some things down, and then we can always come back and see what we want to put where. And I'm just using my art glitter glue on this because I know it'll stick really well to paper, and this is not going to have to be flexible like the actual book is, or the journal. So I'm just kind of putting a little bit in all areas that I can. And then I'm not going to worry about centering this up. If it centers, okay, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. I'm just going to kind of glue it down. There we go. So that's our doily. Then we know we want our music paper to be about right here, but we want this to go, and I really need this to go sideways, I think. Let's see. Probably should have tore that the other way, but that'll be okay. I'm not going to worry about my writing going one way or the other. That doesn't bother me. Some people it really does bother. It doesn't bother me. It's a book page and it's under there, but it doesn't bother me if it goes sideways or not. I don't care. Let's see. Before I press that down, I'm just going to kind of look at it. And then this is going to go right here. And I just kind of look and keep my edges from being straight, even. That's what you don't want. You don't want your edges to come out even because that makes it look too planned. So we'll put this over this way a little bit. And cute. I like it so far. I'm going to glue that down just a little bit more. And then this was yes, I like that on there. I like that. Trying to see if I need anything else before I put that down. No, I think that would be too much. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this down. Right there. Oops, a little crooked. A little crooked. That'll work. Okay. Got that on there, and then our blessed. Because I am blessed to have all you guys. I know that may sound like some kind of a cliche, but it's not, believe me. I am blessed to have all you guys in my life. Okay, I think we can put that down through there. I like that. I like the looks of that. Maybe it'll be long enough. Let's see. I think so. Alright, I think my blessed, let's see, maybe there. But I do want a Tina number. Let me find a Tina number. And I think I may use one of these black ones. These are Tina numbers. They are Shabby Dabby Doodah. Tina. Hey Tina. These are her numbers and I will link those below. She has an Etsy shop. You can go over and check that out. I love her digitals. So I think I'll use a black one and see where I might want that. Now this is a stamp that I actually got on the package that I got from Marilyn. And hey Marilyn, you know who you are. A package that she sent me last month with book pages in it. And I'm going to use this on here. I'm going to put it right there, I think. I save all of those stamps. Let me see. Yeah, we'll put that right there. And then we'll put this blessed right there at the top. It'll kind of join all of those pieces that I've got there. And you don't want to put it even. You either want to put it over this way or this way. And I think I'm just going to put it like that. There we go. Put a little bit more glue under here. Cute. And then we'll put our number down. And I'm still trying to decide. I think my number, see if it needs to go right there. Yep, I think that's where the number will go. So there is the front cover of our little album. And now I think I'm going to put this on here on the edge. Let's see if I have another piece. If I do, maybe I can go all the way. I'm not sure I have another piece of that. I think that's all of that I have. I could put this on there. This is really white though. I like that on there better. Oh, I do have another piece of that. Oh yeah, I do have another piece. It's a little bit longer. Okay, that's what we're going to put right there. So let me grab my fabric glue. And I'm going to let this hang off just a little bit. So it's going to be a little bit longer than, or a little bit wider than our book, our little journal. Like it's kind of hang off. And then we're going to snip that right there. I got to get more of this. I love that lace. I've used it so much. And my lace comes from Cindy's Vintage Cafe. That's one of our sister sites. And you can find that link below. Isn't that cute? Love it, love it, love it. Okay, are we going to do anything to the back? I don't know if I'll do anything to the back or not. So let's look, see what we have. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit of this bling down, and this is just kind of a soft teal. I'll put it down right there, like that. And then I may put a couple of pieces up here at the top. Oops. You ever try to straighten something up, and then the more you straighten, the worse it looks? I end up doing that all the time. Okay, I'm going to put about 3 up there. I like to work in odd numbers, except on that one it looks like I didn't. I did 4. There you go. Now, there is our front cover right there. Now all we need to do is just make our pages and put our pages in, and we'll have this little album finished. So I'm just going to gather up some book pages, some coffee dyed, tea dyed, ink dyed paper, and I will cut all that down to size, and we'll be ready to sew that in here in the little signature in just a few seconds. Okay, so just to kind of show you my process of getting pages and things together to go in my journals, I just go through whatever I have laying around, my old papers, my just old notebooks like this, and I tear sheets out. It doesn't matter if they've got dates and things on it to me. I don't care. I can use them anyway. I can use them to write on or use them to make pockets. Doesn't matter at all. So I tear those out. Then scrap pieces of paper that I have had that I use. I don't put any real thick in here, but I use some of the thinner sheets. So just fold them up. I know this is not going to be too wide because I can measure it that way. This one will be way too wide if I just fold it in the middle, but if I fold it a couple of times, it's going to be okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it once right there, and then we'll use this and we'll fold it back and make a pocket out of it. So all we need to do is fold that back, and we've got a pocket out of that. You can cut this off even if you want. I'm going to trim it just a little bit so that my pocket will be right. So then I have a page, and I'll glue this here, and I'll make a pocket. And I think I'm probably going to need to trim that pocket down a little bit. I'm going to trim it at a little bit of a design, so I'm going to put it together like that. I'm going to fold it together. Then I'm just going to take my scissors, and I'm just going to cut kind of at a little bit of an angle, and then that made a little design in my paper. So I can still have my pocket, but it's a little bit more noticeable, I guess you could call it. So that page and that page is good. This one is going to be way too big, so I'm going to do it the same way. I'm going to fold it about right there. I don't get all of my pages even. I like it when they're uneven. I'm going to do this one the same way. Cut a little bit different design in this one. So let's see how we want to cut this. There we go. Just cut it like a little heart maybe. Then we'll fold this back over. Press that down. So there we've got that one. That looks a little bit like butt cheeks, doesn't it? I don't know. I may need to do something else to that. It doesn't look too good. Let's cut that one a different way. I don't really like that. So let's do a little bit different cut on that one. Let's do similar to the one we did. I think that might look better. Yeah, that looks better. All right, we've got that one. And then I'm going to pull this ring off. It's killing my finger. Then these, I usually just leave. I leave that on there because I like that. And it doesn't matter to me if the lines go sideways or up and down. If you want them to go up and down, then you can always put it that way and fold this over a little bit and sew your signature in. It doesn't matter with me. I like it either way. I'll write on them. It doesn't matter which way they go. So there's another one. These should be just about the right size. Yes. And then I have this that I tore out of an old journal. Not an old journal. I tore this out of an old calendar that it's no longer in use. You know how they include all of those extra pages in the calendars? Well, I use them. I use my calendar, and then I use all of those extra pages for my journals. Let's see if this one will be the right size. Yes. Okay. So I'm probably going to speed this up right here and just let you see the process that I go through when I start pulling my pages together for my journal. And then we'll come back when we start to sew them in. All right, we've got quite a few pages here, and then I want to do this doily. So let's see. Now, these two pages came from G, and I'll link her below. I think this was one of her Friday freebies. So those two pages came from her. This was just out of that paper that we used last week, just a scrap. This come from G. And then the other ones of these are just pieces that I got out of my scraps. So let's start putting this together. Let's see what we want to put it first. I think I'll just grab this piece and we're going to put it first. And I'm going to put it with the torn side up because I want a tuck pocket on this side. That's going to be the first sheet. And these other ones we're just going to kind of tuck in there. Tuck a large one and then a small one and then a medium sized one. Just do it however you want it to look in your journal. Some people go through and separate it all out and then do it that way. I just start grabbing, excuse me, I just start grabbing pieces up and putting them in there. I don't have time to go through and separate them all out. I just want to start putting it together so I can use it. I love putting little journals and things together. All right, that. And then this one is just a little scrap piece that I had, and it's had a little folded place there, and I thought, well, that'll be good for, you know, the signature right there. Then these are just some drawing paper that I had a little scrap pieces of, and I'm going to put that there. This will have a double pocket. It'll have a pocket down here and then a little tuck pocket on the side. So we'll glue those when we actually get this put together. So let's see what else we want to put in this signature. I think I might put this in this one next. And I may just do one large signature. I'm looking at that and thinking, why don't I? Let's see what one large one is going to look like. And I just make sure that all of my little small pieces are either at the middle or at the top or bottom so that they'll have something to catch on when I start sewing. Let's put that one next. I like that. And some of them I put toward the top and then some of them toward the bottom, and that just kind of gives you that different look there. And let's try another. Put this one in there. And we'll put one of these in there. Then maybe, let's see, maybe a little one. A tiny one, and I'll slide it down to the bottom. And then we'll put another little one and I'll slide it up here at the top like that. And then it's good to come back with a whole sheet to kind of hold those together there like that. Let's do another book page. And when I get these put together, I may see that it's way too big for one signature, so if it is, then we'll just separate them. Not a big deal. Okay, let's try this one in there with the pocket. And I'll put it down toward the bottom. And then we'll put this little one up here at the top. And you could put envelopes and things in these too. I'm just not putting envelopes in this one just because we're going to use it for the June projects. But that's something really pretty to put in them too, is little envelopes and things. And I'm going to put that up at the top. So this is a good way to use those extra scrap pieces of paper and things that you have laying around that you want to use up. You can use them like this. And let's see. Let's put this one in there. I'll put that one in there. I'm going to put it toward the top. And I think, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to put that one in, and then I'm going to put a whole sheet at the center. Like that. So there we go. And then this doily is going to go on the outside like that. So there is our signature. That's not too big. Let's see how it's going to look. Oh yeah, that's going to work just fine. Right there. So let's find the center of this. Now, you can sew this down through here with your sewing machine, or you can do the pamphlet stitch. And I'm trying to decide. This is pretty thick, so I'm probably just going to do the pamphlet stitch on this. I could probably sew it with my sewing machine, but I think I will just do the pamphlet stitch. Let me check and make sure. Now the main thing that you want to do is make sure that all of your folds are even through there. You don't want some of your folds off this way and some off that way. Just make sure when you put this together that all of your folds are even. Okay. And you may have to clip it and unclip it a couple of times to get everything just right. Okay, I'm going to lay this in my journal. I'm going to fold my journal up to where the edges are the same here. I'm going to kind of press that center piece where I know where the center is on here. And then I'm just kind of eyeballing it, and I'm going to even up each end. I'm not going to measure anything here. I'm just going to take my little pokey tool and I'm going to poke right down through that. Well, I think I am anyway. There we go. That is some strong paper right there. Alright, and I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't slide on me. So I'm holding it as tight as I can. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball the center. Looks good right there. I'm sorry, I'm holding it off camera because I'm trying to push up against my body. Okay, we've got our 3 holes in there. Now I'm just going to sew them in, and I start in the center. Now I will tell you, my holes are not exactly on the even side, but it doesn't matter. You can put lace over this, so don't worry about that part. That was a little bit harder to punch than I thought. That paper and that cardboard together was kind of thick. So I go through the center and then I come back up at the top. And you just want to make sure that you're catching all your papers. There we go. And I'm sorry I keep sliding it off screen, but I use my stomach and my chest a lot to hold these things so that they don't get away from me. Now, some people go back down through the center, back up through the end, and then back down again. I just go all the way down from here. There's different ways to do this stitch. I just go all the way down to the bottom from the top. They're all going to hold, so it's no wrong way or right way to do this. It's just the way that's easiest for you. And then I go back through that center, and when I come back up through that center part, let me make sure that I'm going through the center hole. I don't want to punch any more holes in there. There we go. Now you need to hold that little center string there, the one that you started out with. Okay, so that's how the outside looks. Now you want to pull this tight. You want to pull it one way and then the other. And you want to make sure that this string that came out and that string is on opposite sides of the one that's running down the center. So if it's not, just go ahead and run your needle under there. They need to be on opposite sides. This one's over here, this one's over here. That center string is going right down through there, okay? I always look, make sure there's no knots or anything on the outside. And then if it's not, I go ahead and trim that off. And then I do a square knot or a double knot, whatever you can tie. And then I just trim this little bit off. And there you are. There is your little booklet, all ready to go. All your pages sewn in. And then, like I said, you can put a little bit of trim, lace, something on this to cover that up if you want. Let's grab a piece of lace somewhere over here. I know I've got some lace. So you can put a piece of lace like this across there to cover that up, your strings, and then nobody ever knows the difference. And I think that's what I'll do, is I'll put that piece right there across it. I don't care if it is white. I'm going to put it on there. And I'm going to use some fabric glue. This is called Fabric Fusion. It's from Aleene's. And it's almost like a little gel. Boy, I put some glue on there, did I not? You probably didn't need quite that much. Okay. Then we'll just run our little piece of lace down through there. Alright, so there is our journal. That's just how quick and easy they are to make. Now I'll go in here and I will glue down our pockets so that they will be ready to go. And one reason that's making my journal a little bit stiff is because it's still drying. You know me, I'm so impatient. But you just put a little bit of glue down through there and a little bit of glue on this end. And then you have a little tuck pocket right there on the side. So there's your little tuck on that one. Let's see what else we got here. See, there's that little piece. Here's a little pocket. Put a little bit of glue right here. There's our little pocket right there. And I used one of our digitals to make this little journal card. Look at that. I think I might put that in there. It sticks out a little bit at the top, but I like that. That's okay. But that is one of our digitals. It doesn't have this on there, but it has the word and the butterfly. So like I said, I will link those below. And then, let's see, we got a little pocket here. Cute. And we can put something in that. Like you could just have this and fold it up and put it in there when it dries. You could put something like that in there. Make a little card. Or one of the cards that comes from you guys, I'll put in there. Might fold it and put it in there. So there is all of my writing space. Here's another pocket. That down. Book page. That. Another pocket. There we go. Again, you can stick something in there and you can put a little flower or something out here. I don't know if I have anything cut out. Where's that one I cut out a minute ago? Look at that. That would be pretty right there. I think we'll put that down. I don't know if I think it was supposed to go this way, but we're going to put it that way. I think it'll still be pretty. So we're going to put that down in there. And then you can always come back with a little word. This just says believe. You can put that under there. Like that. So that pocket is ready to go. And you can put different things on these. You can even make more pockets in here if you want to. I'll probably will as I go along, as I put people's names and things in here. I'll probably make more pockets. And see, we're just now to the center of this. So there we go. We got that right there. We could put this little postcard down here. And you know, I think that's actually written. It's written, this is the upside and this is the downside. And the stamp's down here. Isn't that neat? So we could put that postcard right there. Let's just go ahead and do that. So we'll put it right there. And then we've still got our pocket here that we can tuck something in. This is that card that we made the other day. That's going to be too big, but something like this would work. Look at that. That works in there. And then we've got the other part of the pocket over here that needs to be glued down. That needs to be glued down. And I will definitely come back through and put something on these because they're solid white. I didn't get a chance to dye them, so that'll need to have something on there. And I don't really have anything cut out right this minute, but I will come back and put some things on there. And I may take some photos and let you guys see. See, that would be cute on there too. Lots of different things. It's a flower out of our digital kit. And I'm going to trim it off just a little bit on the side right here. And then ink that. And then we'll put that down right there. And then I can come back with something else up here at the top, like one of these cute butterflies. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, let's cut this one out real quick. I won't make you watch me. I'll probably just skip over it, but I'm just going to fussy cut this butterfly, and I'll come back and put it up there at the top. All right, there's our butterfly. We'll put him down. There we go. So that is our center, and then we can put some little tuck things under there. We've got little pockets down here. And then there is a fly in here. Got all of this room. Should be more pockets back through here somewhere. Book pages. There's another pocket right there. And again, I'll put something on this. Keep it from being so stark white. And another pocket. There we go. Scrap paper, book page, some coffee dyed, and some ink dyed. And that is it. And there's the doily in the back. Isn't that cute? And that's just how quick and easy journals are to make. So this is going to be our journal for our June challenge. And I'll probably come in here somewhere in the front, and I'll put June challenge or something like that. And I'll keep all of our notes and everything in here. And every time somebody sends me an item like I got yesterday, I'm gonna assign them a number, put their name out there, and what they sent. So we'll go through it like that. Now, I'm not gonna show what she sent me today because I want to dedicate a video for just what she sent me. So I'm not going to show it in this video. I want to include it in a video by itself. And I'll probably do that in just a little bit, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have enough time today to do that or not. But we will get it done. But I just wanted to show you guys how to make a quick and easy journal. You can go ahead and put something on the back if you want. I'm not sure that I will, but you could even do something like that. Make another pocket and glue that pocket down on the back. That would be nice. This one wouldn't look so great because it is not the right color. But those pockets that we did the other day, the ones that we did like this, you could put those on the back. That would be cute. All you need to do is just cut it off and glue the bottom, and you've got your pockets there. So lots of different things that you can do on the back of these. Alright guys, that is it for the tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know if you're new to our channel, if you have just now subscribed, if you're enjoying these journals and tutorials and things like that, and what you would like to see in the future. I did go ahead and stitch around this. I put a little zigzag stitch around it just to kind of hold everything in place. But you don't have to do that, of course. That's just something that I did because I like that look. Alright, we will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.